Hello, my name is Jeon, and I'm from Gwangju Institute of Science and Technology. I'm going to present our paper, A Way for Deaf and Hard of Hearing People to Enjoy Music by exploring and customizing cross-modal music concepts. Deaf and hard of hearing people enjoy music and can access it through music delivery that involves other senses such as graphical visualization and tactile feedback. Cross-modal sensory music substitutions are widely used to enhance the perception of musical information. Our research aims to enable DHH people to appreciate music through cross-modal sensory substitution. Musical elements can be represented as alternative sense in cross-modal substitution systems in various ways as shown in the figure. The mapping of the musical elements to the senses is highly valid and there is no specific golden rule. We conducted a focus group interview with 24 DHH participants about their experience of appreciating music with cross-modal sensory substitution to understand what they needed to improve. They wanted the cross-modal stimuli to be perceived as meaningful and able to tailor the sensations to their preferences. We identified the need for conceptualization through this discovery, which led to our design goal. Our focus group interview revealed that cross-modal sensory information must be perceived as internalizable. To achieve this, we developed a conceptualization framework that increases awareness and familiarity with cross-modal mapping and helps users identify their sensory preferences. The conceptualization framework contains the elements of exploration and customization. Exploration pursuits involve playing around freely with cross-modal mapping and figure out the stimuli that appear on their own. Customization encourages tailoring the ideal sensory experience with progressive cross-modal mapping. We developed our implementation based on the mapping rules studied in previous work and the design goals we developed earlier. For the mapping rules, please refer to our paper. The implementation includes exploration and customization features that led to cross-modal conceptualization. And the music appreciation part includes targeted appreciation of music represented by cross-modal sensory substitution. In the exploration part, we let them explore the mapping rules while freely playing the pianos and drums. The customization part includes features that allow participants to adjust the design of the mapping, such as shape, material, and color based on their preferences. In the appreciation part, the mapping design of the music is applied according to the customization. Our implementation looked like this. The main study of the implementation conducted as the between group study with 28 DHH people. 4 music samples were used to access music appreciation, and a survey, the music experience questionnaire, was designed to access the music appreciation experience. After the MEQ, individual interviews lasting about 10 minutes were conducted. The process of the user study was as follows. The user study consists of 5 sessions with MEQ and individual interviews at the end of each session. For the experimental group, the MEQ was measured without the conceptualization framework in the first session. In the second session, the exploration process was conducted while playing virtual instruments. In the third and fourth session, customization process was also included. In the last session, MEQ was measured after customization. For the control group, the sessions were identical to session 1 of the experimental group for 5 sessions. The MEQ is a questionnaire that measures awareness, satisfaction, and emotions about the music appreciation experience and is based on previous studies. It consists of 9 questions as shown in the table and is measured on a 7-point Likert scale. The MEQ was followed by an individual interview with open-ended questions. We asked questions about exploration, customization, and appreciation, and also asked for reasons for their answers to understand how our framework was applied. When analyzing the quantitative results for the MEQ, we calculated and applied a score difference. This was done to balance out the difference in individual participants' appreciation. The overall results confirmed that the experimental group with the conceptualization framework achieved a significant improvement in music appreciation experience compared to the control group. Comparing the MEQs of the first and fifth sessions, the experimental group shows significant improvements in pitch, volume, and rhythm awareness, as well as balance, arousal, and satisfaction, according to the Wilcoxon signed length text. On the other hand, the control group shows statistically significant decreases in pitch awareness, balance, arousal, and satisfaction, and no significant differences were found for volume and rhythm. The Mann-Whitney U test was also used to compare the experimental and control groups in fifth session. As can be seen, the MEQ of the experimental group improved significantly in the entire category. Qualitative results were conducted through thematic analysis. First, the overall conceptualization process increased the interest and adoption of cross-modal mapping among DHH people. In the first session, difficulties in perceiving cross-modal mapping were identified. In the second and third session, they struggled to grasp the concept of cross-modal mapping. In the fourth and fifth session, the perception and adaptation of cross-modal mapping improved, as well as the perception of cross-modal mapping as integrated musical experience. In contrast, the control group reported difficulty in adapting to cross-modal mapping over the 5 sessions. We found that DHH people's creative investments was reflected in the customization. Participants actively reflected their musical taste, which enhanced the music experience. We also found that participants felt deeply involved in the music as they went through the customization process. We also gained insights and feedback from the implementation. We identified the need for an intuitive design for recognizing musical elements to overcome the adaptation difficulties experienced during the first 2/3 sessions. We also identified the need for more diverse expressions for customization. For more detailed interviews, please check our paper. Based on our analysis, we propose 2 key actionable takeaways. The first is that we need to increase motivation for more active participation to overcome the struggle during exploration. This could be done by using tools to help recognize musical elements, designing more intuitive mappings, and applying motivational methods such as gamification. The second is to enhance the music experience through aesthetic tuning. Since customization increases creativity, it could be actively encouraged, and customization should be enhanced through aesthetic expressions. We have 4 limitations to our study as follows. First, we only analyze basic cross-modal mappings. Second, we did not test for all musical elements in the representation, and a wider range of musical elements is needed. Third, we did not experiment with a population with oral hearing conditions. Finally, we did not create implementation for different platforms. We believe that experiments on a more portable device such as mobile could lead to better immersion. Our research can be summarized as follows. Cross-modal music conceptualization was proposed to improve the music appreciation experience for DHH people. A framework based on feedback from existing music sensory substitution systems with 24 DHH participants. Our proposed exploration and customization approach demonstrate by conducting a between-group experiment with 28 DHH participants. The cross-modal conceptualization can possibly influence the music appreciation experience of DHH people by helping them feel comfortable with music using their alternative senses. The possibility of changing participants' interests and attitudes toward music and how they enjoy it. Thank you for listening to this presentation. We look forward to seeing you in Hawaii.